Hi, folks. Midweek, good to be with you. Matt Noyes, Noyes' Notes to get you started out. Look, biggest thing that stands out to Danielle and I is the fact that we're talking about twice the normal amount of moisture in the atmosphere across particularly northern New England. This really raises the risk for torrential downpours in wherever it rains, it pours. But that also raises the chance for some localized flash flooding. I'll tell you that tomorrow, the atmospheric moisture comes down. There's a lot of drying that goes on above our heads. That knocks down the chance of showers for tomorrow. Humidity, if you're in the hills, including the Worcester Hills or the mountains, you'll notice it drop. The rest of us, it's still sticky, but we rebuild the moisture in the atmosphere Friday into Saturday. In fact, by late Friday and particularly Saturday, southern New England gets twice the normal amount of moisture in the atmosphere, and that raises the chance for torrential downpours and anything that comes down for you. All right, so the dew point today up into the 70s. That is the case really from the south coast all the way back up across the north country of New England as well. Everybody's into it, and that's why it's so easy to get these showers to bubble up. By late morning and then going into midday with a timestamp in the upper left, you can see it's almost like you took a paintbrush and just splatter it onto the map, right? Definitely the farther east you go, the more removed you are from the showers, downpours, and thunderstorms. The farther inland and west you go, the more into them that you get. One thing I mentioned in Insight's video yesterday is that we just have to be a little bit careful. We are in a bit of a precarious situation here today where we are in between a warm front and a cold front. This oftentimes will allow for some rotation inside of the storm. So we're going to watch that very carefully during particularly the late afternoon into the evening hours, and especially in central, western, and northern New England. In other words, we do think localized flash flooding is the biggest concern, but there is the potential for some damaging storms in here as well. High temperatures today have trouble getting much beyond about 80 degrees or so, give or take a couple, and that's just because there's a whole bunch of clouds that are going to be in place for you. It's generally a low to, in some spots, moderate UV index. The farther north you come, it's not like that changes much. Again, just remember, the farther north and west you go, the greater the chance that you get some showers and storms that'll be popping up for us. And that's the case when you get into the north country of New England for that matter as well. If you go far enough north and east, if you get into the great north of Maine, if you get into the Canadian provinces, we actually get east of a lot of the storms and end up with a pretty decent day overall. I can tell you that overnight tonight, it's still muggy. Remember, the humidity may drop a little bit during the day tomorrow, but that's especially true when you get into elevated areas more so than the rest of us. And if you want to see the 14-day forecast or on a day like today to track the storms, our app is the best way to do it. App Store, Google Play, search Noyes 1 degree outside weather. You'll find it. I always recommend in that radar tab that you do past plus future. You can see where the storms have been, where they are, and where they're predicted to go in the next couple of hours. So stay safe, have shelter nearby if you're going to be out and about today, just in case those storms rumble through your neck of the woods. And remember, when thunder roars, go indoors. All right, make it a great day. We'll see you with another update in just a little bit at 1degreeoutside.com.